Today we are going to discuss about the topics plotting data and how to do the labeling for the plots and how to create the subplots and how to create different graphs with different colors and line style and marking style options. And then we will discuss about random signals and we will see some of the basic signal operations, and then we will discuss about AM, DSB, FC. So first we will discuss about plotting data. So now I am taking the example of sine wave and I will try to plot that sine wave and what are the different options present in the plotting we will discuss. First I am creating a variable angle ANG equal to 0:2:720, and then I am applying the trigonometric function sine. As this angle has been providing in the degrees, so sine d of ANG. Let me run this. You can observe total 361 points are there for angle and 367 total 361 points are there for angle, so the output y will result also 361 points. Now how to plot this one? Suppose if you want to plot only y-axis, just plot of y. You can observe this is a graphics window. In this window this plot has come. This is for 2 complete cycles. But if you see the x-axis, by default MATLAB will takes that point value, first point, second point, like that till 361. By moving the cursor onto the plot, you can observe what is the value of x and what is the value of y. Suppose if you want to plot both x and y, plot of x comma y. Let me press enter. Sorry, the x is angle ANG. Plot of ANG comma y. You can observe the x-axis is the angle, which is from 0 degrees to 720 degrees. Now the x-axis is angle, which is saved with a variable name ANG. The value is from 0 to 720 degrees. Those you can observe it here. If you want to save the values in radians, you can save in radians also. I am creating ANGR 0 to column for 2 cycles. So 2 into 2 pi. The spacing will be 2 into pi divided by 360 I am taking. Now we press enter. You can see total 361 points has been created with a variable name ANGR. So now what is the trigonometric function SIN of my angle? Now let me plot this of ANGR comma y. Now you can observe this is my plot. This 2 into pi is the value, if you want to know, till 12.56. you can observe that one. Now on the, when you move the cursor near to the graph in the plot, then that particular x value and y value will be shown. Now if multiple graphs are there, I want to plot on the same figure. How to plot that one? Now I am creating the cosine function also. I am saving in y2 equal to cos of a and gr. Now I want to plot in the same graph, I want to plot both the sine plot and cosine plot also. How to do that one? Plot of, the general syntax for plot is plot of x value 1 comma y value 1. That means this is the first graph. Sorry, let me write in the comment. The general syntax for plot is plot of x value comma y value. If you want to plot the multiple x and y values, that means multiple graphs in the same plot, then next x value comma next y value. Like that you can continue. So now we will use the same syntax for plotting both trigonometric function sine and cosine graphs in the same plot. Plot of a and gr comma y comma a and gr comma y2. So now you can observe the both graphs in the same plot. This is one way. At a time we are plotting both graphs in a single figure. Suppose at different time intervals if you want to plot, that means first I have created the y1 equal to sine d of a and gr. Now I want to plot a and gr comma y1. Now if you observe, y1 equal to sine of a and gr. Now plot of a and gr comma y1. In the figure you can see this is my sine plot. Now I am going to do some operations. Now I have placed my figure window and MATLAB side by side so that you can observe while coding what are the changes is happening in the figure window also. Now I want to do some operations on y2, like y2 equal to cos of a and gr plus 0.5. Now in the same plot I want to draw the graph of y2 also. Now how to do that one means you have to tell to MATLAB that on that figure don't try to overwrite, just hold on that figure. How to hold on that one means using command hold space on. Then whatever the graph you want to plot on that figure window, then it won't overwrite the previous figure. Let us see plot of a and gr comma y2. See, you can observe Now you can observe this cosine plot has drawn on the same figure window. So in this way, using hold on, you can draw your graphs generating using the plot command are added to the existing plots. It is not overwriting the plots. If you don't provide the hold on, then what it will happen is it will remove the previous plots and the new plot has been executed. Let us see plot of ANGR comma Y1. As hold on is there. Now you just provide hold off. Now provide plot of ANGR comma Y1. You can observe as the hold is not on, so the plot command, it will remove the previous plots. In that space, this new plot has been executed. Then next we will see about grid. If you give the command grid space on, then in our plot these grids will on. If you want to off, grid space off. And next one is, if you observe these, for the plot, these y-axis length, how much we are seeing. If you observe the limits for the y-axis are the maximum value of variable represents the y-axis to minimum value of variable represents the y-axis. Now how to adjust these x-axis and y-axis limits according to the user wish using axis command. The syntax is axis of. For the axis function, provide a vector which consists of minimum value of x to maximum value of x, which is x min to x max, then y minimum to y max. Let us try this. Now axis of zero to, I want to plot till 2 pi only. From y-axis minimum minus 1.5 to 1.5. You can observe the plot has been adjusted according to our set limits. Now let me change the limits 0 to 4 pi. You can observe the plot has been adjusted. Similarly, you can set for y-axis limits also 0 to, suppose if you want till 6 pi, you can provide till 6 pi. Then in that case, after our limit of the x-axis, the remaining all values will be 0. From minus 1.8 to 1.8. So you can observe the remaining values are 0. If you want to switch on the grid on, grid space on. The next we will see about labeling and title. What is meant by label means the string name for the x-axis and string name for the y-axis and providing the titles. Let us see how to do that one. Suppose my x label is x label of angle in radians. Just enter. You can observe in the plot the x label has been displayed. Similarly, if you want to create for y-axis, then y label of amplitude. If you want to provide the title sine function. You can observe this. In this way you can provide the name for x-axis and y-axis and title. These can be called as labeling. We have already discussed about how to plot different graphs on the same plot using hold space on. Now plot of ANGR comma Y2. We have plotted two graphs on the same plot, but how to identify which plot is which function? Using legends we can identify that. How to provide the legends? Legend of, for first graph, what is the name you want to provide? I want to provide as sine. For second graph, what is the name you want to provide? You can provide cos. Now you can see here for the blue color line represents the sine axis, this orange color which will represent this cos. Okay, in this way you can provide the legends also, which is useful for differentiate the graphs in a plot. Now let us discuss about how to provide different colors for different graphs and what is meant by line style options and what is meant by marker style options. Just removing hold space off. If I want to close all the figures, close space all. It will close all the figures. Now I want to plot ANGR comma Y1. If I want to plot this using green color, then just provide G. This represents the green color. Similarly, there are other colors also. If you want to provide red R, if you want to provide blue color B, if you want to provide white W, for black K, yellow Y, magenta M, like that there are different color style options will be present. You can use that color style option. This is color style option. Then along with this you can provide the line style options. Till now when you observe from point to point it is continuous line. If you want to provide dotted line, you have to give colon symbol. If you want to provide dashed line, then you have to provide double hyphen. Like that different options will be present. Now let us see the dashed lines. This represents the dashed lines, and marker style option means the point how you want to mark those points. If you want to mark using circle, then you have to provide O. Similarly, if you want to provide that particular point with cross mark, then you have to provide X. Let us see with cross mark options. Now let us see. See, you can observe these points. Now let me zoom it. If you observe, this is one point, this is another point. These 2 points are joined using dashed lines. Suppose if I want dotted lines, then plot of colon. For dashed lines it will be, for dotted lines it will be colon. Let me try different marking also. Suppose with circle or with plus, then provide plus symbol. Let me draw on this. If you observe, let me zoom this one. If you see, this is one point, this is another point. These 2 points are joined using dotted lines. Okay. Now this marking also, last time we have marked with cross mark. Now it is marked with plus symbol. So after providing our x-axis value and y-axis value in a single quotes, you can provide what will be the color and what will be the line style option and what will be the marking style option. Okay. So you can provide hold on and you can give lot of ANGR comma Y2 comma with different color. Suppose I want to plot with black color. So K, and I want to mark with diamond D. If you observe, let me zoom it, you can see the points are marked with diamond symbols and the successive points are joined with dashed lines. This is regarding color, line style option, marking style options. See, not only for a single graph, you can provide for multiple graphs at a time also. Example, let us see plot of comma. Then next, after you have provided your y-axis value, then just provide this color, line style and marking style options. So before that, I am closing my figure. Okay, as I have provided clear all, my workspace data has been cleared. Let me clear my command window. So I am creating my variables again. Pi divided by 360 points till for 2 cycles. Now y1 equal to sine of ANGR, y2 equal to cos of ANGR. Okay. Now previously how I am plotting using plot command. So in this way, with different color style options and line style and marking style options, I am plotting. Now if I want to plot these 2 graphs in different plots, how to do that one? In a same figure window, I want to plot these 2 graphs in 2 separate plots using subplots. What subplot will do is, it will divide your plot window into multiple subplots based upon our specified size. Example, now let me close this, close space all. Now what I am going to do is, I want to create one subplot of 2, 1. This 2 represents in how many rows I am dividing my plot. This 1 represents in how many columns my plot will be present. So my plot I am segregating as 2 rows and 1 column. Next, where you want to plot that? In the first plot means first one. If it is second one means you have to enter second one. Now let me plot sine in the first one, cos in the second one. So subplot of 2, 1, 1. Then you can observe in our figure window, I have enabled subplot of 2 comma 1 comma 1. That means my plot has been segregated as 2 rows and 1 column. You can observe there is a provision for second row also, and I have selected the first one. So that's why this first one, this graph has been enabled. Now I want to plot in this. So plot of ANGR comma Y1. If you want to provide green color, provide G. So this is my plot. Previously what we have discussed, all those things are applicable now also, like a grid, axis, title, hold, all those things will be applicable. Suppose if you want to label X label of angle, you can observe in the subplot for x-axis we have labeled as angle. Similarly for title, if you want to provide title sine plot, you can observe. So what are the things we have discussed for the plot? All those things will be applicable for the individual plots in a subplot also. So next I am creating subplot of 2 comma 1 comma second one I am enabling. So you can observe this second graph has been enabled. Now I want to plot of ANGR comma Y2 comma, suppose red color, if you want to give red. Now here if you want to switch on the grid space on, you can observe here the grid has been on. This is about plots and subplots.